What's going on, guys? It's me again, and I just cannot believe my luck this week. It's just been horrible. I mean, horrible. Not only did the seller screw me yesterday in my purchase of the TMNT box, I bought a complete unboxed Game Boy game, Battletoads, from this seller. Now, this seller, she's a perfect seller. She packaged this game up perfectly in a big box full of paper. It was then wrapped twice. She actually wrapped it in wrapping paper and then wrapped it again in packaging paper. So it was in perfect shape. So when I got this, I was like, all right, this is going to look good. But then I saw this. Through all the packaging, there's this big hole right here. Giant hole right through it. It was like someone stabbed it. And I was like, oh, man. I was like, I hope it didn't go through the box. And you know what? It did. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. Large hole all the way through there. And this thing was mint before this happened. But yeah, big hole. You know, I paid a good bit for this. And I'm really upset, guys. Like, I'm honestly considering just quitting buying anything off eBay. Just quit collecting everything, because it's just every time I get something, it's getting fucked up by the post office. So what I did was I opened up a case, not against the seller. I called eBay and I said, look, man, I want to open up a case, but I don't want to do it against the seller. I'd rather be out the money than her, because she did everything right. It's not her fault. She went far, above and beyond to get this game to me safely. And so I told the seller, I was like, look, I'm going to open up a case, but this is not against you. Put a long paragraph in the title to the when I opened up the case, explaining I do not want to open this case against the seller. This is against the post office. I called eBay. They said if I do that, they will call the post office, find out what happened, and most likely I could maybe get my money back, as well as the seller not losing her money. Because I told them, I was like, I would rather be out the money than her, because it's not her fault. And I'm not one to say, oh, well, I don't want to be out the money. It's not right that she's out the money, because she sold this item. She shipped it right. She's in the right. I'm in the right. The post office is in the wrong. And, if for some reason they gave me my money back and take it from the seller, which they said they wouldn't do, I would send the money back to the seller, and I would just keep this game. If all in all, I'm hoping that maybe I can figure out a way to maybe fix it so it just doesn't look as bad. I mean, it's pretty much, it's definitely not worth a third of what I paid for it. But it's still like, I'll keep it and just because I never see them on eBay, and I can't afford to buy another one. It's just irritating. But the cool thing was, it did come with the original receipt, $31.79 from Babbage's in Haynes Mall. Which the cool thing is, let me tell you, this was purchased from Lexington, North Carolina. I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina. This was purchased in Haynes Mall, and I used to shop there in 1991. In 1991, I lived 20 minutes from this mall. So this game was purchased 12 years ago, 20 minutes from where I used to live. So that's pretty crazy. Who knows? I could have been the one who bought this game, and it floated around back to me. So, and it came with the poster, the manual. It came with everything. It didn't come with the insert to hold the game, but she mentioned that, and it's fine because I've ordered some. I took the one out of the another one of my boxes, but it's just very disappointing, because this was, I paid a decent amount for this, and for it to get damaged like that for the post office just makes me very upset. The post office does not care about your stuff. They beat the shit out of it all the time. I recently sold an N64, and I wrapped it and packaged it perfectly, and they would have had to just slam that shit down to break it, and that's probably exactly what they did. And I gave the guy a refund, and it's just, I don't know. I have one more game coming in, supposed to get here tomorrow, and I paid a lot of money for it. I paid a lot for this, but I paid a whole lot for that. And if that's damaged, then most likely I'm probably just going to just stop collecting, stop all this stuff, because it's not worth the money for me paying this much money and getting beat up shit. Because around here, I don't really find much around here. I have to get most of my stuff online, and it's just not worth it. So anyways, guys, just thought I'd share that with you. That was actually going to be one of the pickups that I was going to share on the collaboration video with Xander, but I don't know, man. Just having some bad luck of late, I guess. It's just, I don't know. But definitely not the seller's fault. And I'm going to make sure that she is not out her money. I can promise you that, because she did it. Best packaged item I've ever gotten. And it still got damaged. And what makes me mad is you really would have had to punch hard. I mean, you had to really put a lot of force to get a hole punched through that box, into that box. So, I don't know. Thanks as always, guys. Cheers.